The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. And we back. It's Voch Lombardi taking a look at Josh Rosen, UCLA. Let me just explain something before we jump into it. Because Josh Rosen is very consistent in what he does. He does a lot of the same things, and I don't want to sound too repetitive. So what we're going to do with this film session is going to sound real negative on the front end, okay? But just know I'm skipping a lot of easy completions just to keep y'all from going to sleep on my film session, okay? Now, when I feel like I need to make a point about his easy completions, I'll pause the video and I'll make a point about his easy completions, okay? And and to be fair, the first set of film I'm showing is versus Texas A&M, and the first half of that game was pretty bad for UCLA as a whole, including Josh. But y'all hanging there with me. This is not a Josh Rosen. This is not a Josh Rosen bashing film session. It's just it's gonna sound real bad in the first half, but it's gonna get better, I promise, because he had a great game versus USC, and I might get into that later, depending on how I feel. All right, so let's get started with all this negativity. Let's start here. And I do think this is a thing. Texas A&M did a great job of pressuring Josh Rosen. I'm gonna do that all film too, so I'm gonna call him Josh Allen, whatever. Josh Rosen. They did a great job of pressuring Josh Rosen. So not just on this play, but what I got an idea of was his feel for pressure. And sometimes Josh Rosen will hang on to the ball a little bit more. I'm sure if I just call him Josh, I'd be right, huh? Josh ended up holding the ball a little bit too long on some of these exchanges, you know. Now Sam Darnold has a bad case of playing hero ball too. Rosen is he tries to play a lot of hero ball in these situations, right? Like this one's third and 11, and just me watching Josh Rosen, I think he goes by his coach's script real heavy, right? Let me explain a little bit later on that, but his first down throws, they all kind of look the same, kind of sort of, right? You see a lot of diversity on second and third and long type of situation. Like if it's a 2nd and 6 and a 3rd and long situation, it's night and day to his first down stuff. Like his first down stuff is either a handoff or a crossing route, or he dumps it off to the tight end, and that's okay because Tom Brady does a lot of those things. But second and third down, second and medium, third and long, man, we see a lot of attempted hero ball from Josh Rosen. I just don't think he has the skill set to play hero ball, unlike somebody like Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? I just don't think Josh is a gangster like that. But that's just me. Moving on. Out of all the quarterbacks that we're gonna break down for quarterback week, Josh Rosen is one of the slowest. I'm sorry, but Baker can scoot, Lamar can scoot, Allen can scoot. Josh Rosen is stuck in the mud, kind of, sort of, man. He can get around if it's wide open, man. But he's gonna be throwing for the most part. We're not gonna see him do a lot of scrambling and moving around and things like that. He's a pocket guy. Now, let's talk about this. All right. Okay, let's talk about this right here. In my Facebook group, I talked about Josh Rosen and his big boy throws, right? Or the frequency of them, the frequency of his big boy throws. I think if he was asked to make a lot more big boy throws, he probably could. But let's just take a look at this one, for example, right? It looked like Josh gave you everything he had in this throw. Look at this. Right? It's not flying off his hands like it would with Darnold or Allen or Jackson, right? But the receiver still had to slow down to get there, right? Now, if it was one of these other gangster quarterbacks, you hit this dude in stride, he keeps running, you got 6 points right there. And I don't really know what happened on the goal line after this, but this just gives you an idea of Josh's arm talent. You know, it looks like he gave you everything he had. It looked a little rough coming out, and the receiver still had to slow down to get to it. So that just gives you an idea, you know. Just stacking them up to the other guys, it gives you an idea. I think this is pretty gangster right here. Feeling the pressure, navigating the pocket, getting your eyes back up. They were down for a second. Eyes were down for a second, but you get them back up and you complete the pass. I think that's dope, Josh Rosen. Happens right here. I don't know who the hell this tight end is, but I can't wait till it's time to do film on him. Josh loves his tight end. This big kid right here, right? He bails him out in this game, especially in the second half. This game is full of hitting the tight end and crossing routes and dropped interceptions. Let's get into this. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all some of this. And all this is gonna be like in a row. Like, watch this. 5:35. He's gonna throw the ball to a crossing route. Okay. Pretty easy read. 5:45. He's gonna get the ball to a crossing route. No problem. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 5:51. Crossing route. I'm not making this up. What about this? He got to the end zone right there. But 6:27. Crossing route. I just remember when, I'm going to let this run for a little bit. I remember when this game first aired live on TV and I was watching it in passing or whatever. And that's why we have to watch film, you know, because after this game, people was like, oh, snap. Josh Rosen, the best quarterback in this class. And it was a great win by Josh Rosen. But, man, it's a lot of quarterback dump-offs, a lot of crossing routes, a lot of dropped interceptions. Let me get into that. Let's see what happened right here. Let me throw the ball right here. Got play action right there. Josh keeps his eyes down the ball, hangs on to it for a little bit. Should have been picked right here. But it's cool. That's why I say, you know, sometimes they put Josh in a situation where he has to try to play a little hero ball. That's fine. In the league, that's interception, fam. And I feel like if you would have thrown the ball a little bit earlier, probably wouldn't be interception type territory. But in the league, that's late and picked off, bro. See, like, look, right? Like, man, yeah, Josh looking over there. But this receiver's open right now. But you waited. And you threw the ball a little bit to the outside. You should have let him. And see, if I'm right here, if Josh Allen had a little more arm talent, fam, you throw that thing towards the goal post and you let this receiver run up under it and catch it. But Josh threw it at the receiver. DB was in prime position. He missed. Still got the touchdown, though. But in the National Football League, that's bad grass, man. Good job by the receiver for being alert. Let's see what he does now. He's going to eat with that tight end, though. Sure is. What's he going to do here? Eat with that tight end. Now, I think sometimes he gets stuck on his reads, okay? Like, Josh actually does read. And to be fair, at this point, if you knew your receiver was the tight end right here, if you knew he was breaking in and the cornerback's hip leverage is pointed this way, sure, that's a wide open throw. But he got so locked into that read that he threw it early. He just ended up throwing it at the tight end anyway. If he had a little more patience, now granted 42 was in his face, I understand that. But if he had a little more patience there, or if he could have navigated that pocket a little bit, I don't know. But I just feel like he was looking at that tight end and he was stuck there. That's just my observation. I want y'all to keep y'all eyes open when y'all watch film on Josh Allen. But I just think his eyes were just stuck on that tight end, but we'll look more into that later. Crossing route? Mm-hmm. We got Josh Rosen playing a little bit more hero ball right here. He's looking to that side of the field. Hey, look, man, he throwing the ball to the left side of the field right here. In the league, that gets picked off. But he did his Illuminati rituals, and he came up with a touchdown right here. So, salute to Josh. Crossing route, yep. Snap. Crossing route, What else we got? I think this is dope right here. This guy's going to get the first down right here. They're going to get back on the football. Fake spike to the end zone. I kind of like that a little bit. But whatever. But Josh Rosen's pretty accurate, though. I mean, he's pretty good with his decision making, kind of, sort of. You know, when he's not playing hero ball, he's good with his decision making. He makes the reads that he needs. You know, they needs to make. I'm gonna show you an example of some other stuff in a little bit, but I like Josh Rosen. You know, I like him. It's just I wish he had some other things to him though. Let's take a look at this play though. That's pretty nasty right there. That's pretty nasty. I want y'all to go out to your local football field and throw the ball over this dude and in between these cats and hit that dude, but then in front of that guy. That's a good throw right there. Earlier, when I was like, I think Josh he makes a read and he gets stuck on it based on like play design or whatever. Look at this play. I want y'all to just look at that and tell me what you see on this play. Okay, cool. Let's run it back. This is what I saw on this play. Keep eyes on the tight end crossing to the left part of the field. It looks like they're trying to set up a pick rub type of situation, right? But the pick didn't work, and the DB ended up draped on the tight end's hip anyway. Instead of Josh Rosen finding a new target, this was his read. The pick didn't work. If the pick would have worked, because that's how the play's designed for the pick to work. This is his read. But it didn't work, so you expect Josh Rosen to find a new target, right? Josh Rosen going to stick in there. He's going to stick to that read, and that dude going to stay draped to his hips. So, hey, man. Josh, I want you to find somebody else when your dude ain't open, man. Please. Look at this play. Play action, flipped around, hero ball, no mechanics right there. That's terrible, right? That's Pat Mahomes right there, bro. That's probably picked off in the National Football League, fam. This dude open is. I almost made a joke that was going to get me demonetized. Ask me what I was going to say on Twitter. Tired of your mock draft simulators giving you unrealistic results like this? Voch Lombardi uses the Fan Drafted app. I can come on here and I can build my own mock drafts. We go Josh Rosen, number 1, and we go Quentin Nelson, number 2. I can build my own big board with Quentin Nelson on the top of it because I feel like he's the best player in this draft. Sue me. I can do player rankings. I can move guys all up and down this thing if I want to. But the most fun that I have is using the live draft, where I only use one team. We get the Giants, and we're going to go 4 rounds, and let's see. So we got Josh Rosen with the number 1 overall pick. I'm the New York Giants. Say I want to mix things up and take Minkah Fitzpatrick, number 2. And then we move on with the rest of the draft. Say in the second round, I want Will Hernandez to save the New York Giants. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. I can have hours of fun doing this just on my phone and not getting fired at my day job. It's the Fan Drafted app, man. It's available on the Google Play Store. Type it in just like that. Fan Drafted. And I'm Voch Lombardi, man. Salute. Josh has some great touch on this throw right here. I mean, this is where Josh shines, man. So, I mean, he's capable of making big throws. I mean, it's just not his game. You know, his game is more so find the right guy, eat underneath, try not to get stuck on him. But he can make these throws when his guy is open. He can most definitely make those throws. Just his quarterback his coach doesn't call too many of them. There's some damn good ball placement right here. This is NFL level ball placement right here I love this. Love that. Show it again. Show it again. Good throw, kid. And I want to show one last big play. Cause I know one of y'all scrubs gonna be like, hey man, you should have showed the USC film. Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily into making highlight tapes. I'm into coming up with an assessment and showing evidence of why I feel that way. You know, it's not like I'm avoiding anything. But let me just show y'all this evidence of a big boy throw. I don't think it's big. Let me see. Was this a big boy throw? Receivers open. So I mean, this was a big play though by Josh Rosen versus USC, because a lot of these Josh Rosen fans and or combine scrubs gonna be like, why did you show some USC? Okay. I try not to be repetitive. I try not to show the same play 3, 4, 5 times. But let me just say that versus USC, Josh Rosen was able to do whatever he wanted. He was able to eat versus USC. He made a lot of throws here, but that's just for me to tell you. If you want to see that, make your own assessment. It's on the internet. You want to see Josh Rosen versus USC? Go see him. If you want to hear me break down Josh Rosen versus USC, drop something in that Patreon, and I got you. Drop something in that PayPal. Actually, that's what I need. I need that direct bag from the PayPal. As you know, that's what I need. But anyway, I like Josh Rosen, man, and I don't want people to think I don't like Josh Rosen. I think there's some NFL quality to Josh. I like how he eats down bottom. Sometimes I think he gets stuck on the tight end. I think he's able to make any throw that you ask him to make. I also think there's a reason why he's not asked to make some of those throws, though. I want to know how consistently he can make some of these big throws. I think the combine is going to be very important in figuring that out. He does make his reads, but sometimes he makes his reads and he sticks there. I want him to get better at making a read, and if that read doesn't happen, I want you to be able to adjust on the fly, Josh Rosen. And hey man, let's just not be dink and dunk guy. Let's see if you can move the ball downfield a little bit. But if you're in an offense where all you're asked to do is to dunk to the tight end and throw crossing routes, I hope you got a good defense and a phenomenal run game. That's just me. And don't be a butthole to your teammates. Would have said something different, but I don't want to get demonetized. All right. So if you like the video, do that. If you dislike the video, do that. If you want to leave a comment, do that. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that. If you want to support me on the Patreon and you haven't yet dropped anything in it, do that. You don't follow me on Twitter, it's Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI. Do that. Go in the comment section. Tell me if you anticipated me doing that. If you knew I was gonna do that, like I was gonna pause to go do that. Just go in the comment section too. I knew you was gonna do that. Whatever. Hashtag do that. We're gonna do that. And join my Facebook group, Lombardi's Draft Talk. It's about 4,000 maniacs in there talking about football. I'll be in there with them, discussing and debating. All right. With that being said, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Wheesky. This is quarterback week. It's like Shark Week, but with quarterbacks. All right. Salute y'all. Peace.